Good morning, YouTube. It's March 1st, 2020, and it's about 6 in the morning. And before I get into the specifics of the video, there's a Talon missing from my garage. So some of the events I'm going to talk about right now before I go into the video is this all happened approximately 2 weeks ago, right after I took my ride in the snowstorm, about a day after that. Took the machine in to have the shock replaced and got some bad news. But I haven't had time with work and everything going on to actually sit in front of my computer. I apologize for it being so early, but this is kind of the gist of what happened. I'm going to roll the video so everybody kind of knows what's going on, and then at the end of the video I will give you guys also an update on what the status is now and what's going on. So let me roll the video. Hey YouTube, Ray Horvath Productions here, and this is kind of a different video I'm going to start off with. I am on my way here to Las Cruces Motorsports, and I just received a call from the manager, the service manager there, indicating that he wanted to speak to me and that there's some information. He wanted to give me some bad news about the Talon radar detector going on. So I dropped it off to have the shock replaced, and now I'm heading in here to see what the bad news is. He kind of covered part of it on the phone, but I'm not gonna really go over that. It makes not a lot of sense. But I'm heading in here, and hopefully the news isn't horrific. These guys have always taken good care of me, but I'm here driving up to Motorsports Park, and we'll see what happens. Thanks. So got some bad news. Now this is the SMB particle separator, and this is the tube for it connecting, and you'll notice that the air box is entirely removed here. So basically, before I get to what exactly is going on and what happened, I'll come around over here really quick. So this is what I brought it in for. The shock is brand new, replaced. Honda took care of it, and Motorsports took care of it here at the dealership, no problem. Highly appreciate that. They have everything off. You got your seats off, all that good stuff. But what's happening is, it's the day I went out in the snowstorm, I started noticing a rough idle, and it started stalling. And it was only happening at idle, or if I turned off the machine and I started it, it would start, it would idle rough, then it would quit, and then it would, I'd have to refire it up, and then it would go again. And it was losing power. And I noticed, at first I thought something was wrong with the i4-wheel drive system, because as I was going up hills and I was climbing, it would act like the i4-wheel drive wasn't engaging. But what was happening is the engine was stalling, okay? So here's the airbox on here, right here. Now before I start covering the airbox, I'm going to come over here and I'm going to talk about the filter. The air filter that was put on, this is not the one I showed you in the previous video. This is the brand new one. So obviously it's very, very clean. Nothing wrong with it at all. This is the brand new filter. The one I showed you in the previous video had about 1,400 miles on it, and still with the particle separator it was good to go. But this is the inside of your airbox. Okay, got the inside of it here. The air filter sits right here. I guess I should get that to show you guys, because not everybody knows, and quite frankly, it's better to show it like this. So the air filter sits inside there, okay? The air intake is over here. So this comes out, the air intake from the SMB particle separator, or if you don't have one, from the outside air goes through here, goes through the filter membrane, and then goes into these dual throttle bodies. So filters, very clean, very new, right? Set that up here. Inside the throttle bodies, I don't know if you can see this with the light, there's a ton of dirt. There should be no dirt inside here at all. It should not get, even if the S&B wasn't doing its job, This air filter would be filthy and completely dirty, but there's no way it should have dirt inside the throttle body intakes. So after talking to the guys here at Motorsports at my dealership, and the service manager's been awesome communicating with me, I'm pretty upset because these guys are doing their best for me, and now it's up to Honda. It's in Honda's, the ball's in their court, because they checked everything from the computer to the fuel to electrical problems, and that none of those issues were existing. So they decided to run a compression check on it, and guess what's happening? The compression on both cylinders is subpar, way below normal. So, my opinion, this dirt, which shouldn't be passing through here at all, got into the cylinders and got into the upper of the engine, and we have serious engine damage. So, I'm very disappointed. We buy Honda products because we know about their quality and their reliability, and that's what they're known for. So I am very seriously curious to see how Honda is going to react to this and how they're going to help with my issue and my machine that I just spent over $20,000+ on. So this is bad news today. Very upset. Did not expect to get this news, but there's a possibility the entire engine on this thing is basically screwed, because that is a lot of dirt going in there, and it's going into both of them. So it makes absolutely no sense how that's getting in there. They checked all the piping, all the air induction. Something's missing. In my opinion, I don't care how it got in there. It shouldn't have. That should be something on any internal combustion engine. You don't want dirt inside your induction system. The ball's in Honda's court, but I'm very pissed off and disappointed that such a quality manufacturer, which is why I go with these particular brands, that they allow something like this not to happen. I understand they're built by man, not by God, but I guess the outcome or the final piece is going to be how they resolve this for me. How are they going to help me? Are they going to take care of this for me, or am I going to be stuck with a machine that's basically worthless now, and I just spent my hard-earned money on it? I don't know about you guys, but if you spend your hard-earned money on something, you expect it to work, and I haven't even had this machine a year. It's basically been about 7 months, 8 months tops. So the ball's in Honda's court, but a really bad day, upsetting day for me. Not a trip I wanted to take, and not the news I wanted to hear. I actually really do love this machine. Just, man, such a bummer. Such a bummer, guys. Tell me what you guys think. How do you think it should be handled? I know a lot of you out there are watching my videos, and some of you have even based your purchases off of some of the reviews that I've done, because I do ride the machine. I use them. And again, these are my personal opinions as a consumer utilizing the machine. My opinion. Man. Just so freaking disappointed. This whole engine may be bad. I still can't believe it. I appreciate all the support, guys. Please share this with everybody. Guys, if you're looking to buy a Talon, so it don't happen to you, let's wait and see. I'll do a follow-up video and see what Honda does. And because I sure don't want this happening to anybody. I've got a lot of friends out there that I ride with, a lot of people a lot of Talon owners that I'm sure would be curious on how it's going to be handled if something happened to their machine. But I'm just rambling, guys. I'm just so pissed off, disappointed. I will do a follow-up video. Please hit the subscribe button if you want to see that. Hit that bell notification, and I'll take you guys through my journey and find out here in the next few days what they're going to do and how it's going to be handled by Honda themselves. Such a bummer. Okay, guys, just left the dealership after shooting those videos there and showing you guys what was going on. Talked to the service manager at my dealership off camera a little bit and kind of got his thoughts on it. They're gonna tear apart the entire top end, and they're gonna send that information. They've already sent detailed photographs and data to Honda themselves. So the next step is gonna be to tear apart the entire top end and confirm that the dirt that got into there has damaged the top end and, you know, ruined the top end in any way, shape, or form. It's just so disappointing, guys. Like I said earlier, and I'm repeating myself, but you know, we work hard and we spend a lot of money on these things, and we expect them to have a certain level of reliability. And, you know, companies like Honda, they're known for that. They make some of the best automobiles, generators, other products in the world. I mean, they're just known for quality. And I understand, you know, that there's certain limitations to what can be done when things are put together. But again, I hope they handle this well and they take care of me as a consumer, because everything I've done to this machine has been done at the dealership by them. I don't make any modifications. As I told you guys previous videos, I'm no way, shape, or form a mechanic, nor do I claim to be, nor do I have the desire to do those types of repairs or maintenance. I'd rather have somebody do it for me that knows what they're doing better than I do, especially on a side-by-side. And it's all been done there. It's all been done to the specs of what has to be taken care of as far as the manual and what's recommended. And for something like this to happen, it just doesn't make any sense to me. And I want to know how Honda, how are they going to take care of me? How is this going to be rectified? How are they going to resolve this? Because honestly, is this machine ever going to be the same? I mean, wouldn't you have that question in your mind? Is it ever going to be the same? You know, they thought it was electrical. They thought it was the ECU computer. They thought maybe wiring. There was a ton they drained the fuel tank thinking that it was bad gas maybe. Checked the valve clearance again, which was done in the maintenance, by the way. Now it's come down to this. So, yeah. I know a lot of you guys, you know, that like to ride and go out there, and we expect our stuff to work. And sorry if I'm repetitive, but I'm just so disappointed and so upset at this scenario, pissed off. It's just crazy. This is something that should not happen. How does dirt get in there? How's the filter clean? Something's missing. You know, it's getting in some way. It didn't get in there on its own, you know. Man, I don't think this thing's ever going to be the same. And so, again, if you guys are looking at buying a side-by-side, I'd seriously wait and watch my next video. And if you're considering a Talon, I'm going to see how this is handled. In all fairness to Honda, they haven't given any answers yet. They haven't told the dealership anything yet. They've just been sent data and given steps and procedures on what to look for and what's next. But if you're already getting into the point to where you're going to tear apart the top end of the engine to to confirm if there's any serious damage, you know, it's concerning. So in their defense and in my dealership's defense, they're doing everything by the book they're supposed to be. Now, how's Honda gonna, what steps are they gonna take now to rectify it? That's the big question. So again, hit that subscribe button, guys. Hit the bell icon so you can make sure you see that video. Hopefully it's positive. That's what I'm hoping for. I'm being optimistic, but hopefully it's positive. Guys, I appreciate it, and I'll let you guys know what happens. All right, so that's basically what went on for the last 2 weeks. The update is Honda is replacing the entire engine on their dime. So thanks, Honda, for stepping up. I appreciate that. That's a relief to me. It kind of restores my faith in what Honda is all about, and they stand for quality and standing behind their customers and their products. I'll keep you guys up to date as it goes and everything changes. As soon as the engine gets put in, I'll do a video on that, and I'll try to cover a little more specifically what caused the problem. All I know right now is something was put together wrong when this thing came off the assembly line, but Honda standing behind it. Specifically, I'm not sure. I'll get more data. Big shout out to a couple of groups and people that really gave me a lot of support during this very stressful time. Honda Talon Addicts official Facebook group. Those guys were awesome. Got a lot of good feedback from them. And specifically, a big shout out to Honda Talon Southwest, especially Mr. Fred Baca. Fred has just been awesome communicating with me, and the group of guys there are just wonderful. They do a lot of great riding. They love Talons just as I do, and they have just been awesome. I'll drop a link to both of these Facebook groups in the bottom of the video here, and I'll keep you guys up to date on the latest that's going on. But that sums it up, guys. Appreciate it. I'll see you in the next video, and we'll see how this all progresses and turns out on this journey. Have a great day.